Welcome to another episode of Someone's in the Kitchen with Pastor Rob. Today's episode, Bananas for Banana Bread! This recipe is an old family recipe of Pastor Rob's great-grandmother. So before we get started, let's start by giving you all the different ingredients you'll need. You want to start by preheating your oven to 350 degrees. You'll need 1 cup sugar, 2 medium bananas, or about 1 cup worth mashed, a 1/4 cup of plain Bulgarian miak. If plain Bulgarian miak is unavailable at your local grocer or is out of season, you may safely substitute with a 1/4 cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 eggs, 1/2 to 1 cup of chopped nuts, those are optional, 1/2 cup or 1 stick of softened unsalted butter, a bread pan with only the bottom greased, parchment paper is optional. Whoops, we almost forgot. You'll also need 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we're all ready to get started making banana bread. You'll want to start by taking your butter and removing that paper that they keep wrapped around the butter for freshness. If you don't do this, your banana bread will not taste very good when you are done. Next, add your sugar. Now, you'll take your electric mixer and cream the sugar into the butter. You could do this by hand, but it's the 21st century, so why do anything by hand if you don't have to? We're going to speed this up a little bit so you don't have to watch him cream this all together the whole time. Once you find that they're thoroughly creamed together, go ahead and set the mixer aside. Try not to get the cord caught on your eggs like Pastor Rob's done here, because if you dump those on the floor, you'll be unhappy. Next, we're going to take our eggs and we're going to crack them one at a time into this cup here. We do this to make sure that the eggs are in reasonably good condition. You typically don't want to crack eggs straight into anything that you are mixing up in case, as an unfortunate surprise, you find that your eggs aren't really as good as you thought they were. Now you can tell this program was filmed pre-pandemic because clearly nobody's taught Pastor Rob how to wash his hands yet in life, as he went straight back to handling all his equipment here after getting raw egg all over his hands like a goon. You should do better than this. Make sure you wash your hands. At this point, your batter should look about like that. Now set your bowl aside for a moment, and now we're going to focus on our bananas. Your bananas shouldn't be underripe at this point. They should be already a bit brown and starting to show some spots, but not too brown. Pastor Rob says the best way to peel a banana is to grab it at one end, give it a pinch, and open it like so. Pastor Rob says that's the right way to peel bananas. You ever see a monkey peel a banana? That's how a monkey peels a banana. And Pastor Rob's the kind of guy that takes advice from monkeys. Now take a fork and mash the bananas up real good until you get them to a fairly consistent consistency. Hey, so what'd you do today? Oh, nothing much. Watched a grown man mash up a banana on the internet. That doesn't sound like that great of an activity. No, I really wish they sped up this section of the video. Yeah, they really probably should have. Eventually, your banana should look about like that. Next, take the banana and incorporate it in with the rest of your mix, trying not to drop everything on the floor. When your banana's all added, you want to take your electric mixer and mix it all up real good. You'll have to scrape down your bowl sides once in a while to make sure everything is thoroughly in the mix. Next, you want to take your quarter cup of plain Bulgarian miak, or, as in Pastor Rob's case, a quarter cup of milk, and add it to the mix. Then, you'll take your vanilla extract and add that to the mix. Pastor Rob tends to use the imitation vanilla extract more so than the real stuff. Typically, his rule of thumb is whether or not you are showcasing the flavor of the vanilla or not. If you were making something like vanilla ice cream, he'd probably spring for the real deal stuff. Otherwise, since banana's the star of the show here, we're going with the imitation stuff. Then you want to mix that up all nice and thorough like. At this point, your batter consistency should be about like this. Whoa, careful, don't spill that, Pastor Rob. But that should be about what your batter's consistency should be. Now you want to take your flour and your salt and soda that we almost forgot to tell you about back at the beginning there. And you want to incorporate that fairly well within itself. By mixing this up ahead of time, it'll ensure a more even distribution in your final batter. Again, taking your electric mixer, you want to add this mix fairly slowly so as not to make a horrible mess of getting that powder all over your kitchen. We're going to speed it up, so we're not going to make you have to watch multiple minutes of Pastor Rob dumping this stuff all together here. There you go. Now carefully setting your mixer aside, getting it all tangled up, and see how Pastor Rob almost dumped his cup of nuts all over the floor there. That wouldn't have happened if you were using just a regular hand spoon there to mix everything up, Pastor Rob. You know that, right? Now you want to take that cup of nuts, if you are choosing to add nuts to your banana bread, and incorporate them at this point. You don't want to use the electric mixer while incorporating the nuts because you'll likely mash them all up real bad. This will allow it to still have some sizable chunks of nut. At that point, your batter should look about that consistency. Now we want to take our loaf pan. We're using a 9x5 model. It's already been lined with parchment paper and had just the bottom of it greased. It's important to only grease the bottom, otherwise your bread will not climb and rise correctly in the oven. Then we want to carefully pour the batter into the pan, trying not to get too much all over the sides of the pan. We're going to speed this up so you don't have to watch Pastor Rob pour this all in here all day long. Now try to smooth it all around on the inside of the pan to the best of your ability. It doesn't have to be perfect, just make sure it kind of fairly even through there. Try not to get it all over the sides of the pan here like Pastor Rob's doing, because he's going to have to wipe that off in a moment with a paper towel so that doesn't burn all over the place. And see here how he's really just playing with it and making it worse. He's really not doing a good job at the moment. Don't do what Pastor Rob's doing here. See, now he doesn't know where his paper towel is. He has to go looking for it. But it is important to wipe off the edge here. Otherwise that will burn and that won't taste very good. And he's lucky he probably didn't get it all over his hands here either. There you go. It should look about like that. Now we're ready to go ahead and put it in the oven. This should already be preheated to 350 degrees. You'll then want to set your timer to 50 to 60 minutes. 50 to 60 minutes later, our banana bread should be about ready. You'll want to insert a toothpick to make sure it comes out clean to ensure that it is fully baked throughout. For this particular recipe, you may find the bread comes out a bit darker than you would otherwise normally expect it to. That's okay. That's good. Sometimes you might have a nice decorative crack running down to the middle where there's a nice light streak within it that looks very nice. You want to take a knife and carefully ensure that all the edges of the loaf are released from the pan. If you have a dark pan like Pastor Rob does here that perhaps has some sort of a coating on it, be careful to not scratch that coating off into your bread. That would not be good. You'll now want to take a wire rack, place it over the loaf, and then flip it. Flip it good. It should release out of the pan nice and easy like that. The parchment paper can now be discarded. You'll then want to turn the loaf over so it can properly cool. Careful, Pastor Rob, that just came out of the oven. It's hot. What are you doing? It should look about like that when you're all done. You'll now want to let it fully cool before slicing. We advise using a serrated knife, and we advise using a sawing motion to cut your bread. Cut yourself off a nice thick chunk of it. There, should look about like that. That's a nice looking banana bread right there. Pastor Rob advises taking a decent amount of butter and spreading it all over that banana bread. The butter is optional. If you don't want the butter, you don't have to have the butter. But I'm here to tell you you're doing it wrong if you don't add the butter. There you go. Your masterpiece is complete. Well, Pastor Rob, how about you go ahead and have a bite there? Well, buddy, how is it? Hey, that's good to see. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Someone's in the Kitchen with Pastor Rob.